Yo, what's good everybody? It's your boy Eddie here. Welcome back to the experience. I can't even control my emotions right now, son. I just landed in Houston, Texas, right? And if you guys know, today was his Travis Scott sneaker pass. And check this out. Not one, not two. Thank you, girlfriend. I hit 3 sneaker passes on a Travis Scott Air Max, bro. This is insane. I cannot control my emotions right now. So we just gonna get into that B-roll and I'm gonna continue with the rest of the video afterward, all right? So I'll see y'all in a few. All right, y'all, so we finally back from the release and it's actually the next morning. We was online for about 4.5 hours and I got there about 4:10. But for some reason the line, it was a sneakers pass, but the line was like around like 3 blocks. It was completely insane. But within those 4 hours, I met a couple of people, some Houston natives, and they was cool as hell. So I appreciate you, Jesus and Belly, for keeping up a great conversation. Yo, y'all was mad cool. And yeah, guys, it was just a great experience so far. I've been in Houston for less than 24 hours and it's been nothing but love. Like, we've been in the hood, we've been everywhere so far, and it's been a great experience. So I can't lie, man, Houston is really lit, son, and I'm gonna be here for a couple more days, so I plan to enjoy myself. So today's actually the first day of the Astroworld Fest, but you know I gotta deliver y'all this beautiful content. So let's just get into the box details. We have Cactus Corporation on the lid right there. Then when we go into the front of the box, we actually have another Cactus Corporation logo, as well as the Nike logo right there. Next, when we go into this side, we actually have more Nike branding. And then when we turn all the way to the other side of the box, we have some more Cactus Corporation. And finally, we have that sticker tag with some Nike branding right there. So let's just look at the sticker details. It says Nike Air Max 1, CJ, Cactus Jack, obviously. And the colorway shown is Baroque Brown. I don't know if I said that right. And Lemon Drop Wheat. And of course, I got my true to size of a size 8, and the suggested retail is 160, which is pretty good, man. So now let's get into the unboxing, all right? So once we open the lid, we have some Cactus Corporation tissue paper right here. And once we open all of this, we have our regular standard white tissue paper. And then we have these beauties right here, guys. I cannot believe I was able to cook these, man. And just remember, y'all getting this review a month early, so be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. And now, let's get into the history of the shoe, all right? So I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I don't really know the history behind the shoe because it just dropped. However, there's a whole bio of information on the sneakers app about it. So I'm gonna just read that off to y'all, all right? So what it actually says right here is that it's inspired by the ACG pocket knife, a drawstring gilly lacing system, custom nubuck and mesh pattern overlays on the upper, which recalls a 90s utilitarian classic. And this Air Max 1 actually features a rubberized Cactus Jack tongue logo and a custom Cactus Corp outsole. And while the lateral side displays the unmistakable reverse swoosh swishes on most Travis Scott sneakers, the medial side of the sneaker design stays true to its OG Air Max 1 roots, which is pretty dope in my opinion. And Travis Scott always does this when it comes to his sneakers. He likes keeping it true to the OG, but adding his own twist. And then finally states that it's a juxtaposition fitting of Cactus Corp's work, that of entering a new space as your old self and emerging with a utopian state of mind. So that's pretty much gonna conclude the history of the shoe, guys. It's pretty dope that Nike sneakers always have these details for you if you're not familiar with the shoe. So let's get into the details of the shoe, all right? All right, y'all, so getting right into the details of the shoe. As you can see, the upper consists mostly of that nubuck, as you can see right here, as well as that kind of mesh canvas material right there for extra comfort. Now, let's just get right into my favorite detail, the reverse swoosh. And if you actually pay attention, you can see that we have that standard reverse Travis Scott swoosh. However, we have something that's like this Velcro material. I'm not too sure what it is really, but the way that it sticks out makes me feel like it's kind of like a Velcro, and maybe you can attach something to it. I'm really not too sure, but with this shoe, it didn't come with anything to attach to, so I'm really not too sure. But anyways, now moving into the toe box of the shoe, as I just mentioned, it's mostly this kind of mesh canvas material right here. And then the mud guard surrounding it is actually in that Baroque brown. And then moving towards the top of the shoe, now you can see that we have this kind of nice khaki brown nubuck right here. And then that follows all the way into the tongue, as you can see, all the way to the top. Next, we have thick red laces, as you can see right here. and we also have this kind of silver polka dot woven into it, which is pretty dope. And at first I did think that it was 3M from the product images. However, now that I have them in person and I tested it, there is no 3M on it, which is kind of disappointing. Next, we have 3 external eyelets, as you can see right here in that Baroque brown colorway. And we also have some other eyelets, and you can't really see it unless you unlace them. And then next we have some more eyelets right here, which is pretty cool because if you unlace them, they're actually not removable, but you can actually customize them to where you want it to go. So you could probably move it more up top like a Jordan 4 wing, or you could lower it a little bit, which is pretty cool. Next, when we go onto the top of the shoe, we actually have a Cactus Corporation logo right there, which is pretty dope. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like this Cactus Corporation is pretty new to Travis Scott. I never really heard about it until the sneaker dropped. So maybe it's been around, but for me, I'm definitely not familiar with it at all. So now let's go into the back heel area, which is really one of my favorite details too. So instead of having a Nike Air logo in the back, we actually have this lanyard looking material that was used as an eyelet for the laces, but now we have it surrounding the whole back heel area, which is pretty dope. And the colorway surrounding it is that brown, khaki brown, as well as red, which is pretty dope. And like I mentioned before, we don't have that Nike Air logo. However, we have this kind of flag looking Nike check logo, which is definitely something completely different. Like I said, Travis Scott likes staying true to the original model. However, he always likes to add his own twist on it. So I think that was pretty cool for sure. Next, when we go onto the medial side of the shoe, as you guys can see right there, we do not have a reverse swoosh because, as it said in the sneakers bio, as well as with the history of all Travis Scott shoes, he definitely likes to keep it to the original, but change it with his own swag. So on the medial side, we definitely have an Air Max that's more true to its nature, other than this lanyard eyelet right here. And then we have that nice khaki suede right there. So that pretty much concludes the top upper of the shoe. So let's go into this beautiful midsole right here. So honestly, I was going to give this shoe a 10 out of 10, but I'm gonna give it a 9.9. And the only reason because of that is because they blocked out the Nike Air Max bubble. Again, with the Air Maxes, I personally believe that if it has a bubble, it should be exposed. The standard Air Max bubble that you usually see with the Air Max 1 is usually exposed. However, with this specific model, Travis Scott decided to completely block it out, which was my only problem with the shoe. However, that's not gonna ruin a completely beautiful model to me. So that's why I'm giving it a 9.9 out of 10, because other than that, I think that this shoe is a masterpiece, man. It is so clean, man, it's so clean. So anyways, continuing with the midsole, we had that Baroque brown at the top, but then it splits into the second half right here with that kind of sail wheat colorway. And then when we go into the outsole of the shoe, we have another masterpiece right here. We have our standard Air Max traction pattern. However, we have some extra hidden details. So if you actually look onto this side, you actually have the Cactus Corporation logo. And then when you move towards the forefoot, we actually have some hidden, I don't know if that's wood or rain or water or thunder, but we have some more of those details. And it kind of reminds me of the hidden elephant print that was on the Travis Scott SBs. You know, when you cut that bandana print open, it has that exposed elephant print, but instead of it being like elephant print, it's more of like this kind of thunder. I don't know what the lines really are. I think it's like thunder or something, but that's kind of like the same thing. Also with the colorful Air Force One Travis Scotts, I think it also had that print too. So that's just another hidden detail that nobody would really see, but I'm just showing it to y'all, man. And that pretty much concludes the details of the shoe. However, I'm gonna show you guys the right shoe. It pretty much follows suit, so it looks exactly the same. However, we get these extra brown laces, but I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all. I'm definitely keeping these red laces on, man. Like, this brown lace is not seeing me at all. And also, other than the laces, when you look at the back of the heel, this shoe actually has a different logo on the flag. So instead of the Nike check logo, it actually shows Cactus Jack right there. And again, a lot of people are gonna have varying opinions on the shoe, but like I said before, I'm gonna give this a 9.9 out of 10, and that's pretty much gonna conclude the history of the shoes as well as the details. So let's get into this on full look, all right? Alright y'all, so that's gonna conclude the overall review as well as the on-foot look. And other than that, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to share with your friends and your family. Be sure to smash that like button. And if you see anything that you like throughout the video, or if you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe down below and hit that notification bell. And other than that, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.